Hello? There it is. Okay. Hello. Tonight, we're getting pretty close to launch. 2 weeks away. And I'm hoping to just spend some time cleaning things up a bit and trying to make some of these other level concepts work a little bit better. Gotta go through the list. Everybody had lots of ideas that don't quite fit with the core. Mac, thank you for that Prime sub. I really appreciate that. And Theron, you got in here just a little bit before I got to my desk. Thank you for that tier 1 sub as well. I've gotten more subs tonight than chat messages. Thank you. Thank you both. See, now Mac gets the hee-hee emote. So let's see here. Randomizer. We're not doing a randomizer. Sticky animals. That was the one I was very interested in trying out. What would happen if we did that? How awful would that be? How bad would that be if everything just stuck to each other? Stick colliders. I don't know. I don't want to take ideas from other dropper games. Here we go. Sticky colliders. Is this what I'm looking for? No, not quite. There was something about, what was it? One of the articles I read today on this was not those. Like a joint. Like creating a joint. Oh, gotcha. I understand. Actual different droppers. Hey, listen. It just when you drop the animal, it gets a boost of speed as you drop it. So it just fires it down harder than just releasing it gently. Let's see here. Okay, so we would add a fixed joint at the collision path. Okay. So what we want to try, and this is going to really break things. Basically, yeah, you can actually let them fly a lot faster. It's very fun. We're gonna try to mess with our collider here for animal collisions, and we're basically gonna say if two animals meet and they are not a match, then right up your alley. So let's see, all right, so we create a joint on this object. At the collision contact point. Connect it to the other items. Oh, not rigid body 2D. Oh, joint. Is this a 2D? Yeah, okay. Maybe a 2D fixed joint. Really did what subject was it? Stops objects from continuing to collide. Oh, okay. Make it so that the two do not continue. All right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna see what happens when we make animals joint into each other. This probably won't work right off the bat. I assume this will break something. Well, it's a lot of tests. Okay, so not these. These, though. That did not... cannot create the 2D joint because it connects to itself. I mean... Okay. Why? What do you mean? Okay, so I'm saying did really well on English and history, feeling low 90 on biology. It feels really good to get a surprisingly high score on a test, like one you did not otherwise expect. Hey Al, welcome in. Al, have you started playing the Mario RPG remake? I think I heard you mention about the controls, so I'm assuming so. But I'm not sure if that was just something you read. Okay. How far in are you at this point? Just got that one. Okay. I know that it's not a 1-to-1 copy. Like, it sounds like the boss rematches and the combat's going to be a little bit different, but I wonder if there's anything else noticeable, like new NPCs sprinkled around that like explain the new mechanics, that kind of thing. You never finished Wonder. I don't feel like you missed much. That makes sense, because Kero Kero is the Japanese onomatopoeia for croak, for ribbit. Let's see, what else? There were a lot of... I think I remember reading there's a lot of enemy name changes, because a lot of the enemies are like super poorly localized in the original. So that does make a lot of sense. What do we got here? Okay, so create a new joint in my object. Anchor it at that collision point and connect it to the other object. Can I just do this? That might be simpler. Still seems very faithful. I'm on the fence. There's pros and cons, because on one hand I'm like, good, it was a good game. They don't need to go around messing with it. But on the other hand I'm like, dang it, that makes it hard to justify getting a game I already have. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I still have my copy. Like, I think it might have gotten lost at some point, like I lent it out or just lost it in a move or something, because I don't know if I still have it. Which is a pain because it's expensive now. Is the color of the text automatic? Ah, good question, Hudson. So, the fact that these different parts of the text are in different color, yes, that is automatic. That is a feature of the program I'm using to write the code. This particular one is called Visual Studio. So you can have you can write code in just a plain old text editor, and that's fine. But one of the big features that you get in a piece of software designed for writing code is color coding. So the types are one color, the variable names are another color, the methods are another color. Program flow, method names, all that stuff, and it makes it much easier to follow along. Like you start to kind of innately know what's going on just by kind of looking at the general look of things. It is very nice. It is very nice. It's the equivalent of indicators in Kaizo levels. It's like, it's not required, but gosh, it sure makes things easier to follow. Okay, let's see if these are gonna stick to each other now. Oh, okay, we have a working... Uh-oh. Is this maybe a good idea? Hang on. I did pick up a used copy of Mario Paint, but not the mouse. Okay, what happens? Oh no. Uh-oh. I think it does. Like, we have full-on physics going on here. Oh, it's wobbly. Okay, and I should be able to break it, or I guess change it with another one. Well, that's interesting. And it gets bigger, so it's like, does it really get better? Oh, this has got to be... Oh, boy. See, I'm worried with a single animal. It's like, could it get embedded in another animal to a point that makes it impossible to actually use? See, you can break them. Oh, this... at least they're not rolling around. Just put you right here. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this level. There's no way this is viable from a gameplay perspective. It does wiggle. Yeah, I'm a little bit weirded out about the you don't press like X and then X again for items. That one feels weird. I mean, granted, I haven't done it myself, but I guess it was just kind of back in those days. We just didn't know how to do menus. Keep doing it wrong. Yeah. I could see it. I could see it. Oh, this is... It's like I'm not sure. On one hand, I can kind of like bank some chains together. You know? So it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like that. Ugh. Is this good or awful? That is the question. I'm gonna have to let Hovercat take a look at this. Get her thoughts on the matter. I don't have high hopes. That crunchy bit bass. Oh, the bass lines in that game were fantastic back in the day.
Okay, got it. Good night. Love you. Good night. I love you so much. All right, good night. Okay, I'll leave you for 10 hours. Yeah, I'll let him know. All right, good night. All right, see ya. All right.
You
good
can switch
night.
the music. Oh, that's always good when they let you do that.
Okay, good night.
Having some trouble getting bedtime wrapped up. Hello. Hovercat, can you try a cursed level for me?
Okay.
Okay. Just need to know how awful this is. As a concept. Oh, you can switch the controls back. Okay, that's
Oh.
nice.
Okay, so you just did that to.
Oh, that's just nice quality of life thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the level. Don't worry, you'll see the level soon enough.
Wait, how will I see the level? It's not the level yet?
Not yet. Now it is.
Oh. Because that's because on the one I tested the other day, they accidentally got glued
Yeah.
together.
All right, so play this out for a bit, and tell me how cursed this is.
So you can break them apart by joining them.
Sort of. Sometimes.
Not always. They have to be far enough apart.
Yeah.
Is she calling for me?
Sounds exciting.
It sounds so much the same. It's like, I don't know if I hate that it gets glued together.
Yeah, I'm more interested in, like, is it even possible to play something like this? Because, like, does this break how the game normally works so much?
They're definitely more like on top of each other than usual.
Mm-hmm.
The glue. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is it even
I
possible?
guess like you could like go way to the edge when you're joining them to kind of, if you need like them to be in a different space, basically.
I found
So
that it
like
lets
could
you
go
kind
way over here,
of, it does let you get away
and it kind
with
of splits the difference, I guess.
Yeah. You can kind of like get chains prepared easily, I think, because you can just stack vertically.
Yeah.
So it's like you can kind of branch off to have like your next chain ready to clump up.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those levels where it's like, this is not the game anymore.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
like,
what I mean? This
completely
is different.
ballgame.
Yeah. Like, this is so different that it's just not the same game.
Yeah.
This isn't Suika.
Yeah. This is something altogether different.
Mm-hmm. You've broken the genre.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's a good thing or not remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Oh no. I just didn't put them quite close enough together.
Also, how do you like the swap animation?
It's fine, I guess. I don't know.
Good enough. Gets the job
I
done.
don't guess I have a strong opinion. It's like, it wasn't something that I was like, that's what I need.
Yeah.
Well, you can kind of tip it
Oh, yeah.
if I
Yeah. There's
weight it
physics
strongly enough.
Physics are in play. Making molecules.
I guess so.
Oh, okay. This is
It's like it dropped how you'd expect it to drop.
it's something.
Oh, I lost a mouse.
It's so wobbly.
It became unglued.
It's all dangling by that little mouse.
It
He's
does
very
like
strong.
have the feel of like some, piece of skin that won't let go or
Ugh.
something, It's kind of slightly unsettling. Oops, it bounced out of my way. Nope.
Oh no. It's getting worse. He's got little Mickey Mouse ears.
It is.
Okay, that should do it. Ooh. Do you think you could get a horse? Well, do you think you could get a double horse?
I don't think I could get a double horse. I could probably get a single horse if I played it enough, I would guess.
Because the game does track, like, your horse level. And I think it would be very
Oh
annoying.
no. To have one that was just impossible to get a horse. I
Like,
mean,
well, yeah.
undercurrents, it's impossible to get a horse.
Undercurrents?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
I think. Is that the one,
Yeah,
whatever the
that's-
bubbles
yeah,
that
that's
come
the
up?
one.
Yeah. I haven't gotten even close to a horse on that.
Man.
I think every other level I've gotten a horse, I want to say. But I didn't start tracking them since I started playing, so I'm not positive.
The current build will track it for you at least.
Yeah.
It'll show you the trophy.
Yeah, the bubble level is just too,
Unpredictable.
yeah, basically. Just don't know what's gonna happen at any moment.
Oh, come on.
Maybe we can bounce them together.
I bet if you put something on the top right of the top left pig, it would pull it down.
We'll try.
Oh, well, he's touching the goat now, so now they're all one weird circuit.
Oh, missed. Maybe it will be impossible to get a horse. They just don't slide easily enough.
Just to get a ton of dogs, and that's something. I mean, they might touch.
I mean, I think if I knew what I was doing from the start, I could have set it up slightly better. I didn't know they were gonna get glued,
I get you.
so I didn't set it up very well.
I understand.
But yeah. But I still don't know if it would be possible or not. Hard to say.
Well, hold on.
Okay. So it's like if I can build this side up, I think I could do it if I played long enough.
I think it's
Because I think I could build that up to, you know, get 2 goats and end up with a donkey, falling
Yeah,
on
I think
donkey
it's like
and whatnot.
you have the issue of things aren't rolling around,
Yeah,
but you can actually turn that into a strategy.
yeah,
Of you can build towers
yeah,
instead of things always, rolling down
yeah.
with gravity.
It makes it kind of weirdly Tetris-y, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Gooey Tetris.
you can kind of like have like rows of them that are going to build up, you know, and stuff.
Okay,
Little columns.
this is gonna be a level because you were able to get a cow and in a relatively clean board.
Yeah.
I gotta see if there's something I can do about undercurrents to make it a little better, but
Yeah, it's just
I just don't know.
currently impossible.
Okay, well this works, and as it turns out, I don't have to. I was really expecting that I was going to need to, what is it? Like remove the attachment points whenever
Yeah.
they merge, but no, it just works, so that's good. It's a weird level. Okay, it needs some theming, and also we need to figure out how to do the code for real, because right now we're doing bad code here. Let's get some, let's just get a level up. I don't know, maybe this is the one that's like the most likely to just kind of go on its own for a while we fix this. Okay, so we want this to happen only if yeah, oops, I forgot. Okay, yeah, this gimmick applies to all levels right now, and that's what we're trying to fix.
Wait, no, this is the level I can do. Is that what you're trying to...
What? No, sorry. It's I'm not worried about the bubbles
Oh, okay.
right now.
Sorry, I thought I might have
No,
switched.
no, I just had to have something running while I'm starting to get into some code now.
Oh, so you're making them stick together on this level.
Well, no, the code I added causes them to stick together everywhere.
Oh.
Now I need to write some code to make it only happen on one level.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
I'm gonna make you seasick.
It's so tendrily.
Bouncing is a bit upsetting.
Yeah, I don't like the way that it floats there, all wiggly and jiggly. Somehow worse than before. Okay, so we're gonna... It's got this biblically accurate barnyard. Ugh. Good riddance. Gosh, Barb's going all in on the Kaizo into a pipe. Alright. So what we want to do then is... I guess do it on initialization would be one way. That would work. I guess. Okay, here's what we'll do. We're gonna have a new. All right, we're gonna clone the demo level and call it level sticky. Maybe we'll go with like a honey theme. You know, a little beehive. Those are fun levels. Level sticky is gonna have a gimmick. I like how we're not beating around the bush. We're just straight up calling them level gimmicks. Sticky gimmick. Okay, we're gonna have a... we need a collision handler, I guess. Because we do need the collision contact point. So it's basically one of these. Sticky gimmick. It's gonna have... on non-merge collision. Okay, I think that is probably what we want to do here. And then take this, throw it in here, except game object and other object equals collision.gameObject. And that should be all we need there. Now we have to say, now we have to add some logic. To Animal Collide here on initialization. Print void on non-merge collision. We'll use sticky collide. It's false. On start, sticky gimmick equals find any object by type sticky gimmick. If sticky gimmick is not null, then use sticky collide code equals true. And here, if use sticky collide, then we're gonna call sticky gimmick dot on non-merge collision using the game object and the collision information, and that's going to manage that. And we're just gonna swap this code down here out. Here. with this. That should do it. And that way, it will only exist. It will only be in play if Sticky Gimmick exists on the level, which now it does. Okay, so if I did it right, and I go to regular old level, level demo, and then I just throw some animals down, they should not stick. Good. And now I go over to the new level, which looks identical right now. And now I throw these together and they do stick. That's it. It was that easy. What a mess. Cool. Let's make a beehive. No, put it over here. All right, we're gonna open up an existing background just so I can get the size right. Here we go. Beehive is the plan. All right, so let's see here. This is gonna be a cursed gimmick of a level. So I've added a little bit of particle effects for when they merge, just to give it a little extra sparkle as the stars are coming out. It's minor, but I think those little details actually make a lot of difference. I'm tempted to put little sparkle trails behind the stars as they move, even, just so I keep adding more things. But I don't want to get too carried away. All right, so we're gonna add some honey. So let's see, a nice deep yellow and orange, right? Like bordering on. No. Well, yeah, maybe. All right, let's see what this gradient. Let's see what we can do with this. It's subtle, but I think it gives it a lot more polish. What kind of? Let's see, maybe like this. Okay, that's a good base right there to work off of. All right, let's figure out some honeycomb stuff. Hexagons seems like the thing to do. All right. So let's try this out a bit. Now, first of all, is this a true hexagon? It is. Okay, good. Good. I'm always a little bit worried about that. It's not a huge deal, but I care. All right, so let's do it this way. Let's pull up the grid. Go here. Oh, see, that doesn't draw off. So I want to go up by 100. That. Duplicate the layer. And we're mostly gonna eyeball this to get the spacing right. Vertical spacing is easy, but horizontal, we want to really get that that accuracy if we can. Actually, if we have a triangle shape that we could use, well, actually, another hexagon would do the trick as well for measuring that, because that distance should equal that distance. Okay. looks good. So we'll merge these layers together. And start going nuts with it. There, just trying to line it up. Want to get a nice big set of honeycombs going. Okay. Merge that. I don't know how much of this pattern I want to have going, and I'm probably being overly exact now that I think about it. Like, we can eyeball this quite a bit more. Yeah, that's fine, and then just duplicate it, bring it over. Alright, we're gonna use that as our source one, so I'm gonna hide that, and now we're gonna go crazy with this a little bit. Let's do perspective. Maybe even fake perspective. Something like that. That's a fun look there. Actually, what I should do before I do that, bees, is let's add a stroke effect here. Just like that. Merge that group, and can we repeat transform? Yeah, get that same thing we just had. Perfect. Make another one of them that's slightly smaller. And put it in the background, flip it a little bit. Smaller than that. We're gonna, let's turn the background back on. Let's do a little bit of a yellow overlay. So the orange kind of pops out a little bit more. And then let's give, and that way something else we can do is give a little bit more of a yellow overlay to things that are in the background to make them kind of fade in a little bit. And then I guess we need some drippy honey. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. That little blob. Let's make it some big columns, like big goopy columns here. And then we'll see about maybe adding a little bit of highlights and shine to it. That actually looks fine. Alright, so next one is going to be Right around here. We're gonna do another one, a little bit thinner. And by that, I'm gonna make it about the same thickness, and then I'm just going to transform it so that I can do it automatically instead of by hand. Put some of those over here. Yeah. Just make one of them a little bit thicker. Like that a lot. And you know what? We're gonna do even more. But we're gonna do it way in the background now. So it's even more yellow, and we're gonna make it even thinner, so it looks like it's way back there. There we go. That's what we want. Just sprinkle a few of these back here. All right, I think that looks fine. Let's go ahead. You know what we should? Yeah, let's add a shine to some of these. Let's go with a yellow shine. Hello, James. I'm working on a video game that's going to be releasing on Steam in a couple weeks. Actually, 2 weeks from today. The game is playing on the left. I've got it just automatically making bad decisions for me, so that people have something to watch while I'm doing the coding and the art. Now this is the game. It is trying to get like animals to touch, and trying to get as many as you can to fit before it overflows. And so now we're just adding more levels, more modes, as much as we can get away with. Yeah, I think the shine right there is just enough. Okay, and I want to see, what about, yeah, a little bit of this down here at the bottom, but a little bit of yellow overlay. So we're gonna turn on our blending options, color overlay, not red. Why does it always insist on red? Orange overlay with a low opacity. You know what? Let's make that yellow overlay. Yeah, that's what we want right there. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate that. There we go. We got a new background. We're gonna throw that on the new level that we made. BG sticky. All right, so let's pull that up. We're gonna jump back into the new level, which looks identical except for the different mechanic. And we are just gonna grab that new background we made and throw it right on the backdrop. Boom. Already a very different look. I do feel like we don't want the clouds don't quite work in this. This is such a cursed mechanic for a level. Everything is sticky. Why not? And I missed. There we go. Let's make an alternate of the clouds. All right. I'll turn back on Subway Surfers for you guys. And we're gonna make an alternate cloud. Where is that? Where is the clouds? Level images, cloud. There we go. So what I'm thinking is let's just take the honeycomb layer we did. Do you have a live demo? There's like a downloadable copy of the Unity build on my Discord. There's going to be a demo available on Steam at some point. Right now I'm still doing a lot of polish because I want to make sure that the demo is pretty good. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this layer. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. So what I want to do is take this, copy it, yeah, and kind of just like fit the shape of the cloud a little bit. I might want to go a little bit smaller size here to make this effect work better. Something like that. Make it a little bit bigger so it can cover things. Alright, now let's grab the ones that are definitely not over the cloud. Yeah, that'll be the gag of this art, is that it's the cloud, but it's not the cloud. We're gonna do not a red. Where does it get these crazy ideas? Do orange, just enough to fill in the edges, maybe a little beyond. Take that, rasterize that to a single group so we can add another blending option of color overlay. Let's go for kind of a middling orange here, just to kind of blend that honey in a bit. And then we'll add one more stroke effect here. Just a little bit more outline. That, I think, looks fine for a cloud. And make sure to hide the original cloud. And we're going to call this honeycomb. Alright. So now what we can do is on our level loader, all we have to do is pass in the honeycomb art as a cloud override and load it up and make sure it looks good. That works for me. All right, so I'm gonna let this play out a little bit, get a little bit more in the bucket. Oh, thank you. Because we need to take a screenshot for the level thumbnail, because those are not generated automatically. And then I need to add it to the to our level controller class so that it appears in the list of levels. So last time I was going all in on, we're gonna make people unlock levels by playing the early levels. Like, you have to earn medals in early levels, and as you do, you gain keys, and you have to spend a certain number of keys to unlock each level. And I kind of hemmed and hawed about it, and ultimately I decided it's not gonna work. We're not doing that. So I've taken that out completely. Because you could just very easily wind up with a cursed level like this, where it's like, it feels impossible to hit the target time, or the target score. So I basically just turned off that feature for now. It still exists in the code, it's just nothing is using it. This is a hilarious, dumb concept. Alright, so let's open our resources folder where we keep the thumbnails. That's a good thumbnail there. That'll show them. Okay, good. Save. We do need to make sure we add it to the build. This game, actually, I know exactly because I posted an early screenshot in my Discord when I started working on it. Here we go. This is the image I posted on October 29th. And at that point, I'd probably been working on it for a couple of days. So we're 3 weeks in. This is what it looked like about 2 days in. And now we're 3 days in. We got music, we got art, we got sound effects, particle effects, a Steam page. This one moved fast, yeah. Yeah, I'm satisfied with how this project has turned out. All right, add the open scene. This is kind of a learning project for me. I've done very little with Unity so far, and I decided I needed to like actually dig in. I'm not sold on Unity yet. I think I need to try out some other stuff. Like for one thing, Unity's of course got a lot of bad things going on with it related to leadership and pricing changes. So I still want to try out maybe Unreal, maybe Godot. What about Godot? Yeah. That's something I need to check out at some point. The thing is, I know very little about either, but now that I've had experience with what a real, I'm gonna call Unity a real game engine looks like, a game engine that I did not make myself. All right, let's make sure that's looking good on the level select. There it is. Sticky situation. Good luck. That one apparently needs work. Hovercat has not been able to get a horse on this level. Do you need some help with OBS? Alright. It's clearly impossible. Let's do this level. Technology's just not there yet. Oh, thank you for the follow. Just saw that. I'm so laser focused here. So now, in addition to the little particle effects, we've got this little animation that plays when you swap animals. It's very minor. You can't drop while the animals are mid-animation. But I think it just kind of helps drive home what's happening, and also this little bit of a tip here in the side, just to be like, hey, you can swap. Because despite that being one of the main selling points of this particular iteration of the genre, Dupu completely forgot about it until like the end of his first playthrough of that level. So I figured, you know what? People aren't going to immediately, no one's going to check the instructions page for controls. They're just going to dive right in. But now they're going to get to the game because, you know, they're just going to go A, let me play. And now they're going to see on screen at all times, oh, swap. What is this? And then they'll be amazed. And they'll be like, yeah, I guess this is better. Yeah, he did. It's really funny. No offense to the old Dupster himself, but it was really funny to see. Personally, I would have done that differently. Nice goat. We're not going to spend the rest of the stream just playing our own game. That's not productive. But it is fun. Which is a good sign. Oh, incredible. Donkey. Oh, mouse, don't you dare, dang it. Alright, well, we'll live with the consequences of that, it's fine. Can I get in here? Can I sneak in there? Oh, nope, not with that mouse. Unless... So I did end up having to basically just scrap a level. I've got some ideas of how to use the resources I created for the level, because like I created a background, I created special other art for it, and then it's like, oh, but it just doesn't work. It just glitches out badly. Bad mechanic. Speaking of glitchy bad mechanics, this is a really awful level that I cannot get working. And I haven't even bothered with like cleaning up the art just because I haven't gotten the core mechanic done, which is this. It's like it's not a free sort of thing to make happen. And that keeps happening. I have no idea why. Portals. It's portals. The problem is having physics objects bump into other physics objects on both sides is really janky and makes for some serious problems. And also there's these ghost animals that sometimes show up. Like, hang on, how many animals do we have anyway? Yeah, and now I get errors thrown. So it does some really janky stuff with that. It's like I tried some really goofy ways to make it work, but also that goat does not fit. Yeah, the first one just immediately duped infinitely, and it was bad. The first try at this type of level. See, that's like a ghost animal there that falls off the map. It's really disconcerting. It's like in a real world scenario, if I could get it working, I would probably, you know, make the gaps a little bit taller so that, you know, it would be maybe the whole height, like big enough for a horse to fit through. But yeah, we haven't quite figured it out yet. So this one is a little bit janky. So this one's not making the cut right now, but maybe someday. Okay, pinball. Okay, so this is supposed to be just a pinball bumper down here. My idea is that when an animal lands, the bumper becomes active for like 3 seconds and violently bounces anything that touches it. And it's like, it just doesn't have the right feel to it. Like, things are definitely getting like forced away, but I don't know, it feels more wee, like whoopsie daisy, and less of a violent ping, 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 ping. I guess part of the problem there is that it is coming down. That would be really silly. Oh. Oh. Ow. I think I see what you mean. Oh. Ooh, tempting, tempting. Ooh, that makes it a complicated one. That makes that a complicated level, doesn't it? If we do something like that. See, right now they just feel like they're just kind of bubbling up a little bit, like popcorn. The flipper, yeah. The plunger is maybe what you may also be referring to the plunger. Oh, okay, yeah, those are the flippers. All right, part of it is I've got a very strong pattern so far of you control, you know, the hand, and you get to pick when you're gonna drop. You can like think fast, try and get one in before it rolls down, but like that's not the norm. So I'm trying to avoid those kind of like action timing kind of levels if possible. You just don't know your pinball terminology. The plunger is the thing you pull back, I'm pretty sure. And then you use flippers, using the buttons on the sides, and the little round things that things bounce off of, those are the bumpers. Or they may have a separate name. Bumpers may only be the ones on the side that are more triangular. What about... how big is this? This would never work, would it? What about Plinko? That was... oh my gosh, ow. We're right there. I actually have Plinko on my to-do list still as like a possible level idea. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work. Okay, let's explore some ideas by making another level called Level Plinko. I mean, level legally distinct chip game. Okay, so here's the potential issue with a Plinko-esque game. Creative parent. The problem ultimately. Well, let's just use this light one. I mean, we gotta make sure Rover can fit. First off. Okay, so here we have. These don't have a collider. Hang on. That's our collider. Okay. Above the game zone, even. Yeah. So that might be doable. Might have to move the hand up higher. Okay, think. All right, immediate issue, which is probably easy to fix, is that if a sprite touches anything before it gets into the game zone, that's normally considered a loss. Are there any levels that don't? There are some exceptions. But they're pretty few and far between. Let's see here. Not that. That. No. Oh, it's Animal Collide logic. Animal Collide has a special handler for like a specific type of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is the hand drop gets weird there. Well, let's say it was up higher, like out of the game zone. Then it's like, is that even like worth it? It's like part of it is like, uh-oh, what happens when it gets too full? And animals start like merging and growing in size under the Plinko. Like, do the Plinko pins like hold things down? Like, what's going on there? And then one thing I thought of is, what if the pins only are solid against the last animal dropped? Like, as soon as you drop an animal, like, first you drop a rooster, it bounces off the things, and as soon as you drop the next thing, which is a dog, the rooster can now pass through the pins. And if we do that, then we could technically have pins all the way down, but that might make it very hard. It's like, as long as the pins can accommodate a dog, then it's good enough. That requires a little bit of coding, but not much. Right. And then we don't have to worry about the pins like holding down the animals, because it's like the pins aren't even solid to the animals that are down below. Oh, we could go further than that. We could go all the way to the bottom if we wanted to. Jeez, things are moving. As they do. Things are getting crazy in Plinko Town. or if that's too complex for players to like understand what's even happening. That's one concern. Is like that is a solution, but maybe it makes things a little bit too opaque. Without, I don't ever want to have to explain what is happening in a level to a player. I feel like if that's the case, then the level is too complex. Let's see here. Let me check my list, see if I got any other fun ideas that might be... You know what? I gotta delete all this done stuff. I've got this massive done to-do list on this document that goes down for like 40 lines of things we've already finished, because I liked seeing the list of things we had done to compare it with the list of things we had left to do. But now we're so close to the end, it doesn't even feel necessary. Okay. I had one idea that I've just got listed as water currents. I don't like that anymore because I feel like we've already done, you know, things are moving on their own in a few different ways. And that's okay, but I don't think we need to rehash the exact same idea with a different theme. Let's see here. That one's terrible. Conveyor floor. I don't know about that. Dumb idea that I've got on here. Explosive merges. So whenever two animals combine, they actually generate a force that pushes everything away in a short radius. That would make combos probably hard, and it'd probably be very easy to pop something out, which would be hilarious. That one I don't think would be hard to program. What would we need? Let's see what we would need for that. All right, Plinko level, you're out of here. New level. Level kaboom. Could mess up combos. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. All right, we need a new gimmick. Kaboom gimmick. Place it on here. We're gonna have it serialize a game object called explosion, and we're gonna create that first. Okay, so this needs to be empty object explosion. Throw it in the middle. It needs an effector, a point effector with a positive force magnitude. And it needs a collider. Okay, that makes sense. Circle collider. We'll make it a little bit bigger than that. See, I would like the... oh, here we go. Force. Inverse linear. Does that mean that it's like it's stronger closer to the middle? In which case, go inverse squared. Why not? And then let's go crazy with the force. Let's go 100. But I want it to... I don't think I want it to be solid. I guess it could be. Let's put a renderer on it just so we can see it while we're setting things up. Circle. Well, that's not the size of it, but whatever. Okay. Gimmick, explosion, and then explosion is going to go away somehow. When does the explosion object go away? I guess we need another script. Explosion behavior. Oh wait, explosion does not go on gimmick. Explosion needs to be a prefab. Okay, so explosion gimmick, explosion behavior. This becomes a prefab. There we go, and then gimmick gets the prefab. And then we delete the original. Okay, and then explosion. Explosions. Level gimmick. Explosion behavior. This one's going to be fairly straightforward. We're just going to maintain a timer, and when the timer expires, we delete the explosion. Time.delta time. If timer is greater than, I think not long at all, like a quarter of a second, destroy game object. And that's our explosion behavior. Now we need to actually set up our gimmick. So we're going to inherit off of our base gimmick class that we've created. By creating this on, we're gonna go off this on animal merge. We're gonna say instantiate an explosion at new animal's position. And that's basically it. Just make an explosion whenever two animals combine. All right, we're gonna see if that works. We've got our gimmick, it's loaded up with the explosion. Let's see what happens. I need to get some animals. Here we go, mouse. Oop, that did apply a force. Ooh. Oh dear, hang on. We might be onto something here. Ooh. Did I tell explosion prefab to be a trigger? No, I did not. I made it solid. Okay, let's fix that before we proceed. Yeah, that could do some dumb stuff. You want space program? You get space program. Come on, I want to see some. I want to see Big Boom. I'm seeing nothing here. I'm getting not much force at all. All right, let's do some. It might be because of that quadratic inverse squared. Let's do linear, and let's let's say 500. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so it's got to be kind of close. Let's put this chicken right here. All right, hold on. Let's take another look at this explosion. What's our radius here on this? 1. Okay, so that should be the area of the explosion. We're gonna go constant force this time. And let's make one other change here, which is let's lower the opacity. Okay. Oh, I get it, because weapons is the theme. I guess Mac didn't make much sense. Clay Morton, what? Oh yeah, that didn't affect that at all. I saw nothing. I saw nothing. Huh. Used by effector. Dang it. Alright, it was a small thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good pun. It's a good pun. I mean, admittedly, the original had lots of weird translation issues. Oh, hey, hang on. Oh, whoa! It works, it works. It's a good name. Okay, let's bring that down a bit. That's what they all wanted. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Woo! Okay, that's not... I want an impulse. Dang it. What kind of program? So what we're getting right now is we can get like a really soft, like whoop, whoop. I don't want that. Thank you. So we're gonna do this here. How do you... Okay, there was something we did when we were trying desperately to figure out semi-solids in Unity 3D, which was disable collision between two objects. Not with the collision matrix. I want... Not with a tag. I want to ignore a specific collider. Physics ignore collision. Thank you. There it is. Can I pass it the objects themselves? No? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, this might work to make it only affected by the collision for one instance, maybe. But as a result, we might actually need to ramp up this power again, because I think it was touching for multiple frames within that collision. All right, so we're gonna go with this, and then see what happens. Decent. I can't tell if it's doing what I. Ooh, no. Oh, jeez. Dangerous game. It's even affecting the merge. The merged object, which doesn't make as much sense. Oh, this one would be. This feels like another impossible. No. Okay, we're not getting soft pushes anymore, which is perfect. That's what I want. Actually, that might be what we need on the pinball physics to make that actually more believable. Is just turn off. Oh boy, yeah, this feels like a little bit too much force, doesn't it? It's got some kick. Oh no, that cat. Oh no, that poor cat. Hang on. Let's see if we can do something with that cat over there. All right, here we go. Cat space program. I mean, it doesn't go that high. This is really funny. I can't imagine this. Oh, okay. He got lucky because he immediately merged. Okay, here we go, and pow. See, it's not that bad, really. Like it certainly shakes things up a bit. Oh, pig space program. Oh no. Okay. Let's bring it down to 200. I feel like this one needs something. Oh right, I need to see if there's a way we can prevent that from happening. I think what we can do is say take this. Okay, and just tell it new animal does not get involved with the new explosion. This is a silly gimmick. But this does allow us to get away with like these impulse forces in an area. That was kind of the problem with the pinball bumper that I was playing around with, is that once you kind of got, like, you would come at it at speed and you'd kind of embed slightly in it, and the effector would start taking effect and it would just apply a force over time away until you were out of its collision box. But the result was that the physics felt like it was just kind of like catching you and heaving you away. It was this very slow, like, kind of force. And I want a pinball bounce to be like immediate pop. Like you are now away from that pinball bumper. So maybe this is how to make the pinball level work better. Well, that didn't feel like any force at all. Come on, get that chicken in there. Oh man. They're just ruining it. What's the kid in the Mushroom Kingdom shop? Whoop. Okay, yeah, it's still got enough force. What's the kid in the shop playing? Is it still like a Game Boy? Or does he have like a Switch now? He's almost certainly got a Switch now. That's just how they do it. This one feels like a scary level. Actually, that's something I haven't seen. In all the little bits of trailers and screenshots, I've not seen Beatlemania. I bet Beatlemania is still amazing. Oh, maybe he doesn't come until later. It looks like a Game Boy. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Pleasantly surprising. That is totally something to do. Like in Thousand Year Door, how he's got a little Game Boy SP for a communicator. Yeah, Link gets it. Yeah, exactly. It's just such a Nintendo thing. Like, we get it. You're Nintendo. I don't know. This one's kind of it's feeling a little meh. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit too too hard to please on my own levels here. These can always be refined and released later for a little free content patch. I worked on some stuff last night that will make me feel better about not having the unlockable levels as a concept anymore. Thank you, Mario Maker fan. I feel like it makes it much clearer that things are happening. Instead of just like instantly teleporting things around the screen. This feels almost a little unfair. Because most of the time it's like, this is barely doing anything. And then just one of these times it'll randomly be like, okay, now it's doing something. Deal with it. I feel like we're just gonna have less and less good level concepts coming through. But I think with the new sticky level, which feels like very much like, ooh, that's a weird one. I feel like that puts, I think that puts us well within, I think that puts us in 12 actual levels. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. And I've got one more that might work out if I can just modify it a little bit. But 12 levels seems reasonable. Alright, let me see if there was anything else. Man, guys, I don't know. It's feeling like it's just about done. Oh, I had here's a note I put in here for a level. I have nothing but a name. Donkey Oti. That's it. That's all I got. Nothing else except a name. No idea what to do with that. I was thinking windmills? It's a great name, I know. But it's like, I've already got a level that's something like that, of like a big move. Yeah, windmill background, sure. Left to right wind, well, that's basically the gravity thing we were doing in the ship level. So it's like, that's not much. It's like, what else can you do? I guess it's not quite the same, but it's basically the same. It's like physics-wise, yeah, it's slightly different than altering gravity, but not by much. Well, yeah, I think we basically have a game. That is crazy to think about. We got nice little particle effects that really add a little pizzazz, a little pop. I added the special Dupu hint so that no one will forget that you can swap. Steam leaderboards are working. Hey, sure. Like, I'm not doing anything with leaderboards yet, but the data is there. It is flowing in. Let me double check that, make sure I'm getting leaderboard scores for other things. The idea is that what I can do is, once I've got some data there, I can actually integrate the leaderboards with the game, so you can like view top scores for a level, view your friends' scores, that kind of thing. I think that would be really fun. Let's see here. So how do I access that again? Oh, it's somewhere near achievements. We got nine achievements, and they're good achievements. They're thought out. Leaderboards. I have the high score on one level. 2 levels. Nope, more. Alright, good. I've got the top score on basically every level. Ha! What do you think about that? It's the official leaderboards say that I am in first right now. Oh, push that pig. Bad move, robot. Yeah, I've got like I've got like 2 things I want to do that are completely optional. I could comment them out and it would be the game would be just as good. because they are primarily just joke features, just to kind of give the game a little bit more just personality, I guess. And that's basically all that I have in mind, that like I definitely want to add this. Yeah. Man. What do I do? Do I just play video games now? Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? Oh, here's a question. On Steam, can you... How do demos work? How do demos work? Like, I understand that's going to be like a separate build. Add associated DLCs, demos, and tools. Here we go. Demos. Demo documentation. Steam can host and distribute a demo version of your game that you can use. Demos can range in size and scope, but generally are a small playable portion of your game that shows some of the core mechanics and leave the player excited for more. Okay, makes sense. Steam has the ability to provide free demos for your customers so they can try before they buy. A couple of useful things to consider. Quality. That is a good thing to consider. Customers are generally using the demo to make a purchase decision on your game. Make sure what you put out there is high quality and measures up to the real experience. What I'm currently feeling is like just the main level or a subset of levels. Timing. When you release your demo is important. We generally recommend waiting until launch, but there are circumstances where putting a demo out... Oh, Clyde. That's a Discord bot, right? I don't know what Clyde does. If you feel like customers need to touch the game to really understand it, then a quality demo prior to release can be useful. Length. You need to balance giving the customer enough content to get them excited without giving away so much they feel like they've experienced everything the game has to offer. Demos are a separate app ID. Okay, yep. Click add demo. Has its own release check. Oh no. Oh, I put my microphone all the way over there. It probably also doesn't help. I might have it turned down a bit. Actually, let me see. If I go over here, how quiet is that? That is significantly more quiet than over here. Yeah, that's not gonna help. I don't even remember why I moved it over there. It was in my way. But as a result, you all got the Dobbs from afar. We are in the stream. Oh, he's back. That makes sense. What timing? Timing! We'll probably go hang out with German a little bit, because I've basically done it. I'm feeling pretty good about the game. 12 was kind of my goal for levels. Like, that's kind of really what I wanted to hit. And there's nothing in the rulebook that says I can't add more levels later to drum up a little bit of extra, I don't know, excitement around the game. I mean, how can you drum up any additional excitement past this? General application setting. Automatically own both the demo and the base game, thus only letting you launch the base game. You'll need to request keys for your demo and activate them on test accounts that do not own the full product. Oh, geez. Demos are complicated. You'll need to create a new Steam account and activate a key for your demo to fully test the installation and launching of the demo. Jeez. Hype is already sky high. That's a good point. Okay, so demos are technically a separate game that's just tied to your store page. And as such, and they have a special thing in place where you can't have them both. Like once you have the full game, you don't have the demo. You must create a second account to test the demo. Adding the demo into your default package, for example, will not allow you to test the demo and will break your ability to launch the title without getting Steam support to help fix your packages. Cool. Oh, jeez. I thought demo would be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but it's difficult, lemon difficult. Well, I'm glad I checked that out. All right. Well, this will be something. Dang it, I have to actually like create a brand new Steam account specifically for testing to make sure the demo works, because you can't do it on your own account because you own the regular game. That's fine. I probably should, just so more people will be able to play it. Like, that's the whole point, right? Is to let people play the game. All right. I'm gonna look over that and figure out how to make that happen. I think we're done. I think we're done. Done? I don't think there's anything left to do on stream for this game. There's going to be a few things I'm going to do that I just want to be something that can be explored as you guys play it. I may create more levels, and if so, that will just be stuff that I want you guys to get surprised by. I've actually managed to keep a few levels completely out of the spotlight on stream and trailers and stuff, so don't think you've seen it all. We got a brand new level done tonight. Gets us up to 12 full levels. I'm feeling pretty good about that. We are gonna hang out with Germ Dove because he's back online to do more Grand Poo World 3. He solved the puzzle. He touched grass. Al's seen it all. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I'll be back on Sunday. We might just play video games. Can you imagine? Back to video games for a little bit? And then next, we got 2 weeks until Pen Pals releases. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on, I guess, preparing the build for Steam. Maybe getting a demo together, which I'll probably wait until the actual release date to make that live, if we're being honest. But yeah, I'm excited. First thing in the morning on the 1st. That's the plan, at least. All right, everybody, I'll catch you guys next time. I don't know what we'll do Sunday, but it'll be video games. Bye.